I am mennsa. I post a game every day until I reach 500 elo. I am currently rated 421. Okay, so we're black. We will get into some Carol Con moves. And see that when they've pushed that pawn, it's attacking that a second time. So I will have to start trying to think about a second defender besides the queen. And okay. Or I can just do the old take. And means I will now bring my knight out. They may decide to exchange queens, and if they do, then I have to take with the king. That's just how it would be, and obviously isn't ideal, though we're gonna have to get some normal Carol Con moves in. So let's just see what happens. Often the opponent takes a while and decides what they want to do. Sometimes I need more time with my moves for sure. And okay, so he has done the queen take. So I have to take back with the king. So we'll have to manually get our king castled. So if I move that knight back here, then it kind of traps this one. So if I move it up here, it's not attacked, but it would be attacking that pawn. So I kind of like I would go up here. So now he has to think about this pawn being defended. If he moves, okay, so he's doing that. So the pawn right now can't move. And if I take that, I'm looking at how he's kind of looking over here. So this is a free pawn right now. And I will be attacking this pawn, which the bishop does defend. So I obviously want to get more pieces developed here. And we're going to have to try to get it so that this bishop, maybe I have to push this pawn here, protecting the knight and attacking the bishop. The only thing is I have to see. That would be a good move. I got to get some of my pieces out. If I was to bring this bishop up here, it would be safe and it would be attacking that. And then this knight can go here, attacking that. So I'm going to start just continuing my development. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do with this side over here. I could always push that up to get at that bishop. And I don't want to disrupt the king side too much, though if I can get everything out and developed properly, then we can get things underway a lot easier. So I could push my king back here, which would make it where this pawn could be pushed as well. He's coming in with that. So if I bring this knight here, it attacks that pawn, which is right now undefended. I'm already up a pawn. So he's made it where there's not a whole lot that he can do to protect it unless he wants to maybe put the knight over here or push the pawn. Okay, so he's going to attack my knight. And we will find a better spot for him. If I put it right here, I don't mind that at all. It kind of protects my king side a little bit. Okay, so he stopped me from being able to take that pawn outright. So I have to do something here for trying to get king tucked in. If I put him right here, then I can move this pawn and the bishop can come out. And the pawn would also be protecting that bishop there. So that might be something to consider. And obviously my rooks have to get into the game. I have to get my bishop developed, and then I will consider doing something with my rooks. So my king maybe doesn't have to go too far to get tucked in, because I want to get this rook doing something, and if I could blow something open, it might be dangerous for the opponent. This rook could come onto this file here, which is totally open. And my knight would have to maybe eventually move somewhere, possibly to here, and then maybe up there. Okay, so they've castled on the queen side. So I will perhaps be leaving it so that I can have a blow open on this side. Then if I push that pawn there, it's just going to be taken. And if I push this one here, he takes me, I take him back. We are going to start getting this bishop out. As the bishop kind of looks right up at this pawn, so if I was to push this pawn, it is attacking it another time. So I think that would be a very good thing to consider. And I have to get this rook over here first, maybe. And his king is right at the end of it all. Oh, then it would be push here, take. If he takes me, I take him back. And proceed. That goes there. So I'm gonna get this rook developed to consider my plan. This pawn is doing a good job. It will be really good if a defender on if this pawn gets pushed, so that's good. We got knight on it, and he has only that pawn on that square. This bishop is looking a little bit on the trap side. So if I put my bishop here, see, my bishop's really good for that, attacking that square. So if I did put it there, he might just take it, and I kind of like the way it's looking right up there. So that's what's happening there. I also gotta consider, okay, so he's got his knight on that square also. So if I do push the pawn, then this one is open to be taken. I bring a knight back. I don't really like that because that's just going to be causing an issue. Well, actually, he's only attacking with the knight. My rook defends it. So I can push this. And it's a very different, I guess, opening would be the way I'd describe it. Doesn't seem like anything very familiar with how things have played. My opponent is rated for 40. Okay, so now if he takes, I take back. There's an open file for my rook, which I've obviously moved, but it could always go back if I need him. And the bishop comes in to attack my rook, which could go there to protect that pawn. And obviously that pawn. So you have to get that happening. Let's see if he takes anything with the knight. Does that put, if the knight takes that, it, oh, that's not putting me, okay, that seems like it's okay. Okay. So my king was unable to castle, though I can do some sort of manual thing very soon. And this bishop going there obviously takes that away if I have to be taking that bishop, which I believe I do. Right now he's on that square, which he's only got that square once, and I've got it twice. So, oh, 3 times, I should say. Okay, let's get the pink squares out of there. So I believe this is a little bit of a problem if it isn't defended again. And there's going to be open files to his king. So it's defended by this. Okay, good. And I see this pawn right here is protected by that, so that's fine. There's no just taking the pawn for nothing. I always gotta watch everything that's going on, which is very difficult at times, especially when it's nothing familiar, which is in this game right now. Nothing is familiar. I'm up a pawn, but that doesn't mean anything usually. Okay, so he is taken, and that would mean I take and it leaves my king open, but I have to take it back. So if he puts me in check, then I can put the bishop there, which he's doing. And if he takes, then my knight, or I can also consider that knight. So I was liking the bishop's attack here, though it's not necessary right now. So the bishop is going to go in defense, and that knight can always take back if he decides to take me with his bishop. And okay, so he's pushed that pawn. This bishop right now is totally pinned. If I take that pawn with my knight free, and then if he takes my pawn, then I would have to take with my rook. So let's have a look at what's the best way to do it. If I take that with my knight, I am attacking the bishop. So if he does take my pawn, then I just take his bishop. Okay. Do that. So now if he decides to take this pawn, I win this bishop. We'll find out how that plays out. And of course, that rook is looking right down to come in. So I could either start thinking of either taking this bishop off or attacking it with a pawn. And I need somewhere for my king to tuck. Tucking the king up would be good so I can have my rook out. So that would be another very good thing. So that pawn did take. So that means I win the bishop. He can't take my knight back. Okay. So now it's showing me up +4. And this knight can come in, which seems a little dangerous. It can attack the rook and the bishop, which the bishop is fine. The rook would have to be moved, and this pawn is another very vulnerable piece. It's not defended in any way, and it is attacked. And obviously my king is out, not being able to castle. And just try to play as logically as possible. So he brings the knight there to attack my rook. And also, I bring my rook, no, If I bring rook where, then he has to basically move back. Or is there something one of my pieces can do that would be causing problem? Like, this is obviously issue. I can't take anything with this because it's pinned, so I have to take the pin off of it. The only thing is, I have to first get my rook out of a square, and then we can worry about that, okay? So if he goes here, he puts me in check. I have to, oh, I can't take him. Hey, so that might be a way he's gonna win material back. Because I should never have left my king there. I was trying to get it so this rook could get out, but I have to, see, I can't take him. And I lose a rook. Okay, so now does that saying he's up +1, so if I take the bishop, oh, I don't really think that's a good idea. Let me see. What can this knight do? He can come down here with his rook. I would take him. If he takes this, I would, no, I can't take him back. Oh, I could take him back with this. Okay, so that's fine. So I think a good move would be to attack that bishop right now. Now, see what I tell you, I was up +1, now the opponent is up +1. So I was actually up +4. So there's always some trickiness. Okay, so this knight is superstar because right now if he takes my bishop, I have to only take it back with the knight. And then, so he does that, knowing that obviously I can't take back. So my king is going to move up, and now I'm going to be attacking this, which is undefended, and the knight, which is also undefended. So I might be able to get material back. Now, if he, we have to see if he takes something, because then I would have to take back. And, no, he's still up +2. Now, so my knight has to get out here. And, or maybe even here. Up here seems better though, because then I'm closer in for any kind of attack on anything. This is attacked twice and protected, oh, 3 times. Oh my goodness. Don't know. So this might not end up where I can get material back when there's so many attackers on something like this. So he puts me in check. I obviously have to get out of the way. Now this bishop is undefended. So I take that bishop. And let's just make sure that there's nothing terribly wrong with that. Okay. Now I have made it where I'm up material +1, so how it goes, I guess. So now this is only protected. Oh no, it's protected by the bishop, okay, or the knight. So if the bishop takes this, then he puts me in check. If I take this pawn, then there's only the king on this. Though at the moment there's only a rook on it, so this knight comes up here and well, this here has to be, this pawn has to be dealt with. It's too close to getting queening. So if I put my bishop over, and if I can't bring my rook here until this is taken off, and then his rook is going to be there. Okay, what can I do? So if I take that pawn with my knight, if I take the knight right now, he has to take the rook. And is there something else that could happen? Because this knight is stopping my rook from being active and stopping this. And when I look at this, it's an easy way to take it right now. I just, do I do that? I think I should get pieces more underway. Well, I have to get this knight off before my bishop comes over, but then I'm going to be in check, so I have to think of that. And I can take either one of these pawns right now. And they are both, like, this one isn't going anywhere at the moment. If I take that off, then he can attack my knight with a pawn. I don't want him to push a pawn and attack my knight, so I'm gonna have to deal with it before that ends up happening. So this has to be taken off, but I have to watch my king is on that file and have to maybe consider, why don't I put this knight here and it attacks that pawn? Because I think he would want to deal with that, and then he would probably be pushing it, which would attack the knight. And he has pushed the pawn. Okay. So obviously if I take, he has that one there. And his knight is actually looking at that right now. Take it. Now I have a pawn that's quite advanced here. I can get more pieces off and get this. See, that pawn can't advance, but if I go here, then it has to advance. But I mean, then I have to attack it a second time. If I put this here, then it's really protected. And if he moves that knight, he could put me in check, and then I would have to deal with that. And so he puts me in check now. So if I go right here with my king, that pawn isn't getting anywhere. Okay. Now if he moves his knight, he can move it here, and then I would be in check again. But then this pawn would be open to take. So that doesn't work out. And this pawn here can't advance. So if I bring this bishop here, it's protected, and okay, that doesn't attack anything, but if I go here, it's protected and it's attacking a rook. And this rook has to definitely get into things. It's now that that knight is out of there, it can come over and attack that pawn. Okay, so he comes down. He's obviously attacking this. If I put my knight here, it attacks that. And this is undefended at the moment. So I could, where if I put it here and push, oh, that is protected by that. So, oh, it's so tricky. Well, if I attack that rook and he wants to win a pawn, then I'll win a rook. And my knight is, my knight can also go here and attack the rook again. But I mean, it's right now attacked, so it's okay, it's moving there. I bring, do I bring my rook all the way over here and protect the back? This is undefended right now. So if I take that, isn't this just ready to rip up the board? I can obviously take that, which means, well, this rook really needs to get into it. If I put it right here, it's attacking that. If he moves that knight, then I win. And I win its rook. So I mean, let's get this rook finally into it here. He puts me in check. Didn't count on that, did you? Put it right here. It's attacking that. Put it right here. It's protecting this and attacking the rook. And he obviously can try to put me in check, but then I would just take his rook. Okay. So this is defended by the rook. And this can't move at the moment. So he comes down. He is now attacking my knight. So where can I put my knight? My knight can come right here and it will be attacking that pawn and it will not be attacked at all. So now few things are coordinating here. His knight is right now pinned. My knight is now too, but if I take that, okay, so holy moly. Go here with my knight. I go there with my king. I'm looking at that pawn. And my rook comes up here. Then my knight is undefended. I go here with my bishop, then I just lose it. Okay. Okay, there's got to be something that I can do. Okay. I caused a problem for myself. If I bring that rook right here, I think that looks a little bit problematic. And he's got 22 seconds. So I can start thinking of if I take that pawn, I put him in check. So he's put me in check. So I obviously can take the pawn back. Okay. And defended. So if I take that, he's in check. And then he has some sort of thing that he has to do. And he has 5 seconds left. Okay. So he's doing that. Oh, I'm in check. Oh, really? How is it always that something is always just in everybody's advantage, no matter what? Put that down. I go there. Well, the material he's up. I go here. I gotta start ripping that on up the board. Oh, for crying out loud. What is going on? Oh, I'm trying to go to an illegal square. That's why. There. It puts me in check again. So I will go here. Might just try to continuously put me in check, which should have actually made sure that so my knight can come here, be protected by the king, and if no, he can't take. Well, he's protected by the knight as well. Bishop. I obviously have to protect that knight from just being lost. So it's still ticking down for him, but it doesn't mean. Okay, so can now start trying a little bit of getting that pawn brought up. So he's putting me in check. So I can't take that knight, but I could take it with the knight. But if I go here, then it's attacked twice. He takes. Oh, I blew it where he could just have taken. So if I take this off, the only thing he has to take with is that rook, and then I would have to be taking that rook. So he has a rook. That happens. So if I go where? Here, I'm attacking that. Difficult. Go to a legal square, maybe. I go there, he just could take me. Well, actually, he could just take me and then I get the rook. I've got a lot more pawns. So I have to start getting them up. This one would be stopping things if I go there with my knight. It's protected. And okay, he's gonna start eating things up here. So wait, put that back down. If I bring that, put him in check, doesn't win anything. And put him in check, so he has to move that. Okay, so now I get kind of like a remove there. I put him in check again. Stop looking at the wrong thing here. I need my knight to be on the square. My pawn is going to be where that. Okay, I'll go there. Now attacking that rook, but I mean, the king is defending it, so. Alright. Now he's got this pawn over here, that's a problem. Mine is very well closer. So he puts me in check. And I will go here. Wow, they have so little time, and when I have little time, I just seem to blow everything, so. Now he would have to put me in check here. He wants to do it again. And if I go here, this is being attacked, and I can start thinking of getting that pawn up. Now he's defending it, okay. So I do this. And he's gonna get his king over. Well, if I get my king there, he can't get any closer right now. And I have to think about maybe getting more pawns up there. Go 2 there, and then keep going. All right, we'll go 2. Oh, now he's got 2 pieces on that. Oh, they kind of blew it. And they had so little time. So I want to make it easier on them. No, just they earned it. Checkmate, and I lost. Okay, thanks for watching. The material went up and down all game, but eventually it was in their favor. Okay, thanks for watching.